These notes today are on finding the vertex, and after you learn how to find the vertex, you'll flip it over and you'll graph some parabolas. So first off, this is standard form of a quadratic, so y equals, sometimes it's f of x equals, you can see down here, ax squared plus bx plus c. And to find the vertex, you first solve for the b using this formula right here. So x equals negative b, so b is this number right here with the x, and then 2a, so that times 2. Okay, once you solve for the x, then you plug it back in to the equation and solve for the y. Okay, so let's look at a few examples down here. So for number 1, and this black line, just ignore it, the printer did that. Okay, so you first solve for x, so x equals negative b. B in this case is that 12, so negative 12 over 2 times a is 3. Okay, then you simplify it. Negative 12 over 2 times 3 is 6, and then negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. Now I take that negative 2 and I'm going to substitute it back into this equation for this x and for that x, and then I'm going to solve it. So y equals 3, and then put the negative 2 inside parentheses, plus 12 times negative 2 minus 12. And if you type it in exactly like that on your calculator, you will get the correct answer. So let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so 3, I don't know if you can see that, let me put it over here. So 3 parenthesis negative 2 squared plus 12 parenthesis negative 2 minus 12. And it's negative 24. So the vertex you write as a point, so negative 2, negative 24. And circle it or box it, put a shape around it of some sort. Okay, let's look at number 2. So for this one, you start again with the x equals negative, and then the b is right there. The b is negative 4, so this is really negative 4 over 2 times a, which is 2. This is the a. Okay, now let's simplify it. Negative 4 is really positive 4, and then 2 times 2 is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay, now to get the y, so this f of x here, it's the same thing as saying y equals, down here you'll see h of x equals, it's the same thing. So y equals 2, and then I put in the 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to type it in exactly like that. 2, and then 1 inside parentheses squared minus 4 times 1 minus 2. And that's negative 4. So the vertex here is 1, negative 4. Okay. Down here I have h of x equals, that's the same thing as saying y equals, so I'll start with the x. So negative, and then the b is 12, over 2 times a, which is negative 3. This becomes negative 12 over negative 6, which simplifies to 2. For the y, it's going to be negative 3 times 2 squared plus 12 times 2 minus 10. And I'm going to type it in just like that. So negative 3, 2 squared plus 12 times 2 minus 10. And that's 2. So the vertex here would be 2, 2. So if you would graph it, the maximum or the minimum would be at 2, 2. Okay, last vertex one, then we'll flip it over and do some graphing. X equals negative, and then the b is negative 18, so that's negative 18. This is the biggest mistake that people make, so please be careful. Negative 18 over 2 times a, which is 1. This becomes a positive 18 divided by 2, which is 9. To solve for the y, it's going to be 9 squared minus 18 times 9 plus 75. So 9 squared minus 18 times 9 plus 75. Negative 6. So the vertex here would be 9, negative 6. Okay, so that is it for finding the vertex. Now flip it over, and we're still going to be finding the vertex, but it's a little more than that. Okay, so using this equation right here, I need to find the vertex. So you can do it here where it says vertex, or you can do it in this space up here. I'll probably just do it up here just to save some room. So x equals negative b. In this case, the b is negative 2. So negative 2 over 2 times 1. This will be a positive 2 over 2, which is 1. Now I plug it back in, the 1, to solve for the y. So y equals 1 squared minus 2 times 1. Okay, let me, whoops. 1 squared minus 2 times 1 is negative 1. Okay, so way over here, you write your vertex as 1, negative 1. Okay, now you need to make a table because we're going to find some values. So by table, I mean a table that looks something like this. You might want to get a ruler if you care about straight lines. At this point, I don't really care. Okay, so here's my x, and here you write the equation. So the equation is f of x equals x squared minus 2x. Okay, so the middle one, because you need 5 lines, the middle one, you put your vertex. So there's my x, and then I just kind of write the point over here for the vertex. Okay, now let me zoom in a little so you can see this. You need 2 values that are just smaller than the 1, and you need 2 values that are just larger than the 1. So basically what I do is like 1 minus 1 is 0, so there's the next smallest one. And subtract 1 from that, and it'd be negative 1. On this side you add 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, now I plug in those values into the equation to get the y's. So here it would be negative 1 squared minus 2 times negative 1. And in your calculator, make sure that negative 1 is inside those parentheses, or else it's not going to give you the correct answer. So this would be 3. So my point here is negative 1, 3. And you can write equals 3 if you want to. Okay, now I try it with the 0. So 0 squared minus 2 times 0. Both of those are 0, so it's just 0. 0, 0. And here, let's see, I don't need to do this one because I already did the work way up here to find the vertex. So here it would be 2 squared minus 2 times 2. Let's see, this would be 4 minus 4, so that's 0. And here I have 3 squared minus 2 times 3. That would be 9 minus 6, which is 3. And when you're doing these numbers should match the y values should. So these are 3's, these are 0's, and this is your vertex, so this is going to be in the middle. Okay, now I can graph it. Okay, so I'm going to start with negative 1, 3, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 2, 0, 3, 3. And when you draw your lines, it should not be a V shape. If it's a V shape, that's an absolute value graph, and we don't do those in Algebra 1 anymore. So this should be like a U shape. So just make it curved a little bit. Make sure you put the arrows indicating that it keeps going. And then you've graphed it. You're not quite done yet because we need to get this information over here. This is what you did yesterday. So we know the vertex. This is a minimum because it's at the bottom. So this is minimum. The axis of symmetry should start with x equals, and it's whatever this x is. So x equals 1. Y-intercepts would be this one right here, so that's 0, 0. And the x-intercepts are right here, so 0, 0, and 2, 0. Now you're done. Okay, let's look at the next one. Actually, because of time, I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to make a second video because I don't want to run out of time in the middle of this.